Can I live? Can YouTube let me live? Can I rock out? I live. Can I make it? Can I please just have a stream? Ah, gotta love it. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yup. Yup. Really makes a person wonder, you know? Really makes a person wonder. Now, I see I have 0 viewers. We're gonna see how long this lasts. Tyree, welcome back. Night Reborn, welcome back. When they kick, do you lose that recording completely? I don't know. That's a good question. I never checked because I don't pull anything from the recordings, but let's see. Let's find out. What hard drive do I usually keep this on? That's another good question. Is it here? Oh no, I got today's stream. I got the new one from now, and I got the one from earlier. Cool. Yeah, I still have it. Alright, well, I guess I'll just play something else, because I don't really know why that... Isn't this funny? I had all the equipment issues, right? I had all the equipment issues. Turned out it was my motherboard after I replaced everything, right? I dropped over 2 G's to make sure this wasn't a hardware issue anymore. And now, we're on a brand new week. Hardware and camera and all that works fine. And now YouTube's just like, nope, we're done here. Stream off. You know what I think it is? That ain't nothing but the devil. Devil like, hey, you talking too loud. Stop talking about one of my workers. I need young Don to push the nonsense. Hey, my bad. That's what I'm feeling like, though. It's like, bruh, come on now. Playing me. Alright, well, we'll stop talking about that, I guess. Oh, Night Reborn. Let me check your channel out real quick. Shots fired, yes sir. I got the real shots right here, just pop, pop, pop. Oh, when you said you just put this up today, you just put this video up. Okay, guys. We're about to watch Night Reborn's video. We're gonna see how this is. It's titled, y'all remember when God wet up the entire... Yo, they got jokes. They got jokes. He said, y'all remember when God wet up the entire planet? Story of Noah. Yo, this literally just went up. Okay. We're about to watch this. This is funny. This is about 10 minutes too. So it's not super long. I feel like there's gonna be some learning and some comedy going on. So let's see what Night Reborn is talking about.
I'm not gonna lie, it's just straight disrespectful at this point.
What's up with this dog?
Everybody gonna talk about Goku feats or Optimus feats or Anus. Anna? Oh, that makes way more sense. Oh, okay. Or Anos feats. But yet y'all won't talk about the being that has the most
Alright, hold on. Your audio's just a little low, so I'm gonna boost it up on my end. Just a little bit.
Insane. Real life.
Yeah,
I
that's
repeat,
better. That's
real
better.
life feats. I'm talking about the big man upstairs. I'm talking about God, and I mean that with the biggest of G's. So let's really talk about it. Alright, so let's start with this. Y'all remember that time God literally wet up the entire planet?
Yeah, I remember that. Yo, section 1, the
Alright,
goofiness of
before we get into
mankind.
all this, I just want to make something real clear. I'm going to be using multiple visual representations of the story of Noah, going from more accurate-ish type stuff to more fictitious representations. But let's get back to it. You ever just look at how stuff is going on in the world right now? Irrational hatred, wars, and all the sick stuff that goes on in those wars. Mass shootings every Wednesday. Oh, that's a US only thing? Okay, regardless. But basically,
Yeah, it's just a us
dumb
thing.
stuff that people just be doing. I just wonder, yo, were we always this goofy? Yes, you were. Yes, we were. In the year 1656 AA, after Adam, what you would call demon timing was just a regular Wednesday. Genesis chapter 6 verse 5 to 7 says, "The Lord saw that wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intention of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord regretted that he had made man on earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out man, whom I have created from the face of the land, man and animals and creeping things and birds of the heavens, for I am sorry that I have made them." And to be honest, bro, I'd be sorry too, because these men were evil. They were doing every evil, heinous, devious activity that exists under the sun. And some I can't even talk about, bro. Okay, I'm talking about killing, stealing, kidnapping, forced slavery, rape, cannibalism, bestiality, fornication, every form of sexual sin or misconduct in a book, and some stuff that don't even exist anymore. Or at least I hope it doesn't exist. Bro, there's even other stuff I would talk about, like how this canine got unnecessarily violated, but if I did, PETA would come at me with the strength of 1,000 suns, so I'm just not gonna mention that. It even had my boy Noah rattled, bro. Look at him! Bro, I took one look at him and I understood, bro. He's actually a way stronger man than me, because if that was me watching everything that just went down, bro, I'm throwing up till I get back to the ark, bro. I don't care. Speaking of the ark, now see, God was about ready to max out his KD and send everybody on earth to the shadow realm. But
That's
then
wild.
there was one guy, one solid dude that the Lord looked at and, he put a smile on his face, Real great guy, real good dude. The only great guy, only good dude actually. But his name was Noah. He had himself a little baddie, had himself a little sorry about that. But he had a wife with whom he was fruitful with and multiplied. His seed brought forth 3 fruits of the womb. Sorry, I'm dragging it, bro. Alright, he had a wife, he had 3 kids. Shem, Haf, and...
Hey, just a girl, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. We're actually watching Night Reborn's video right now about the story of Noah.
Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And I'ma just call that boy Jaff. God saw this and he was like, alright, I made a decision, right? And he had a conversation with Noah. Well, the conversation went a little bit like this.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm killing everything. Everything that walks, dead. Everything that flies, dead. Everything that creeps, dead. Everything that breathes, guess what?
What?
Dead.
I know that man Noah was quivering, bro, shaking in his boots, bro, having mini heart attacks. Because what do you really do, bro? You can't do anything. You can't stop God. Me personally, if I heard that, if God told me this, just this, I would personally just get down on my knees and just wait to be squad wiped through the rest of the earth, bro. Because I can't do nothing about it. I ain't doing nothing about it. Who gonna check God? You? Yeah, that's what I thought. But like I said earlier, God saw that Noah was valid. So he wasn't just gonna let him go out like that. So basically God said this: don't trip, man. I got you. I'm gonna let you and your fam slide. But that is just you, your wife, your boys and their wives, and there's a condition. I want you to do something first. I tell you, no matter what that condition was, Noah didn't care, bro. His soul was about to evacuate his body, bro. But when God said that, it came right back. He started jumping for joy, bro. He started looking like Skips, but that boy on happy feet. He a real jovial soul right now. So God basically told him to build an ark that could house 2 of every beast of the land and air, including insects, 1 male, 1 female. He gave exact measurements too, and look, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You wanna know what the measurements are? Go read the Bible, my brother. Genesis chapter 6. You'll find it. Now, till this day, I still don't know how Noah built this boat, bro. A boat to house 2 of every bloody animal that flies, walks, or crawls. Especially considering the difference in advancements between then and now. Like, how do you patent that in those days, bro? Ain't no forklifts, ain't nothing like that. It was, bro, and Noah's mind you, I think he's around 500 or 600 years old, and bro.
Hey yo, Matt got skills. Welcome to the stream. He said, and this is valid. This is the only way TikTok generation will learn the story of Noah. Facts. I agree with you. I was gonna say this afterwards, but like, Knight, how you're doing this right now, I planned on doing Bible study videos this same exact way. Just because it's relatable and it's easy to comprehend and digest, especially if you're talking to like the younger crowd, you know? And it's funny how you're speaking the story right now. It's literally how I break down a lot of the stories in the Bible to my husband whenever he has questions. So you on the right path. I'm telling you right now, you doing it exactly right.
Hey, bro. When you add the grace of God into any equation, I guess anything becomes possible, bro. That's real neat, man. I need more grace in my life, bro. You do too. You do too. Ask God for some grace, man.
No problem, man. No problem.
Noah into a superhuman, man. Cause no. Man, I can only wonder and imagine how Noah must have felt, bro. Every other person that wasn't a part of his family was about to get killed, was about to get dropped off. Now, granted, they definitely deserved it. They definitely deserved to be sent back to the lobby. Actually, they weren't going back to the lobby. They were going to the eternal frying pan, if you know what I mean. But regardless, I'm pretty sure Noah still probably wanted to help them regardless of all that. But he held it down, though, you know? To survive the Great Flood party was invite only, and he definitely kept it that way. But now let's really talk about the people, though. Like, no, let's actually talk about this. I don't know about y'all, but me personally, right? If I see a 500-year-old man making this huge bloody boat, this Titanic-type beat boat, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna ask questions, bro.
Tech boy, welcome
First
back.
question I'm gonna ask is, how is this 500-year-old man doing this to begin? But I digress. I guess they were too caught up in the killing, stealing, kidnapping, forced slavery, rape, cannibalism, bestiality, fornication to notice. And finally, man, I can imagine someone just waking up one day, seeing some water on their floor, thinking they got some kind of leak, having no idea that the Lord Almighty just co-signed the obituary. You know, I heard that drowning is one of the worst ways to go. Right? So believe me when I say this stuff freaked the hell out of me, bro. No jokes. So basically, after Noah and his family got their situationship situated, you know, God seen all them boys, 2 of every animal on the planet that flies, walks, and crawls, insects include. Sorry, that just still blows my mind, man. So yeah, after God saw that, he made like a little TJ song and went up the whole planet.
Tell my haters what I'm up, tell my haters what I'm up, yeah, yeah. Tell my haters what I'm up, tell my haters what I'm up, yeah, yeah. Tell my haters what I'm up, tell my haters what I'm up, yeah, yeah. Tell my haters what I'm up, tell my haters what I'm up, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you know, whenever you hear the phrase "what I'm up," from now on, I just want you to pause, I remember that whoever is saying this, he never gonna do it like God did it. Heck, even God won't do it like he did it. Because he said he wouldn't. Well, anyway, thanks for coming over to the channel. Please check out my other stuff. Let's get this channel going. Really trying to take it places, alright? Alright, have a nice day.
Hey. Good job, bro. Good job. Good job. Just so y'all here, I'm gonna give you a subscribe, a thumbs up. I'm gonna put the link to the channel right here. It's right there in the chat. So if y'all want to go over there, give them a sub, a thumbs up, a comment, you know what I'm saying? Do what y'all gotta do. Do what y'all gotta do. But I liked it. I liked it. Like I told you, I planned on doing a Bible study series like that. Where I like read it and I really get to know it and then just like break it down how we talking right now. Cause I can't remember. I'm still at the phase of my journey. I know what I'm talking about a lot of times, but I can't remember the book and like the verse numbers and stuff, right? But I know exactly what I'm talking about, so I just break it down real quick. It'd be something like this. It'd be something just like this. Man, I got skills said W's all around. You said just making sure I did not miss my video. Oh yeah, Tech Boy, we gotta throw that up real quick, and then we gonna talk about Chick-fil-A. So let me pull that up real quick. You said let me know when you start. Let's collab on it for real. Oh, I got you. I'm working on something else right now with another sub. I can't wait till y'all see it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be so dope. But I'm gonna just you know. Y'all will see it. Y'all will see it when it's ready. Here it is. Alright, so Tech Boy shared a video with me not long before I went live. And this is from Freedom Tunes. I've watched Freedom Tunes before. They're funny. This is called What Lefties Think Public Schools Are Like versus Reality. This might be all jokes.
Class, today we're going to continue our lesson on America, God's favorite country that never did nothing wrong.
Not even slavery?
Slavery? He's a communist. Get him!
USA!
America never did nothing bad ever in all of history. Freedom, football, McDonald's.
Freedom, football, McDonald's.
Okay, class. Today's lesson is on slavery.
Oh, this is
Tomorrow we'll be
horrible.
learning about the Holocaust. Then on Thursday, how we genocided the Native Americans. And then slavery again on Friday before we start again with the Holocaust next week. Oh, and remember to prepare for next month's standardized slavery test you'll be taking so our school can be nationally ranked on how much you all know about the Holocaust. You'll really want to prepare for that by studying how we killed the Native Americans.
Yes, Miss Appleton.
Great! Now turn to page 870.
What'd they say? They said, yes, Miss Appleson? I mean, that is accurate, but that threw me off. Did y'all see the news video where the teacher, I don't know what news program she was on, but she was basically saying how they're in charge of like the kids and what they should learn, and the parents have no say so in like their kids' upbringings. It's the teacher's job only, and the teacher should be in charge of all this nonsense relating to the child. Homeschool your kids. If you can, homeschool your children. I ever get blessed with a child, I'm never sending them to public school or private, but they gonna learn right here in the household. Yeah, the way they teach kids to hate themselves is crazy. Yeah, it's wild. Why do you think you got so many people walking around with like, what is it? You got white people walking around with white guilt, other races walking around with entitlement and hate against other things. It's weird. It's super weird.
3 of The Holocaust Was My Fault textbook. Jimby, would you like to read?
The Holocaust was your fault. When the Holocaust happened, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, but like, you're different, Tech Boy. Like how you came up, most people ain't like this. The average person is just sucking everything up they learning in school.
One time when we owned slaves and killed Indians. Do you remember that? You should, because it was your fault. In case
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
In case you need a refresher, yes,
I
we had
remember,
slavery
you
and
remember?
killed Indians. This was similar to the Holocaust in some ways. What was the Holocaust? The Holocaust was your fault. When it happened, it was like that one time when we owned slaves and killed Indians.
That's enough. You can finish reading the next 50 pages for homework tonight. Now, I hope all of you remembered to bring photographs of yourselves to draw Hitler mustaches onto and paste over the faces of plantation owners who are killing Indians.
Because you are one, Tech Boy.
Goodness, I almost forgot. Everyone, stand for the national anthem.
I am oh so sorry for causing slavery and killing Indians.
What is this?
Public hand. They kill Jews and hunt blacks and give out smallpox. Slaves killed the Jews and we bombed Nagasaki. Earth for good. Did we mention the slaves?
Did anything else happen in history besides slavery, the Holocaust, and Native Americans being killed?
Not that I know of.
Oh. 'Cause if other things did happen, maybe we could try learning about those in...
And I said, if this is the national anthem, I'm glad I never sang it. Yo, I'm shocked they stood up to sing anything to begin with. But I get it, I guess. I'd ideally have my kids in homeschool, but the question is, do you have homeschooling household income? I mean, I do. I don't know. I would, to be honest, it would be tight, but you can technically make it off of one salary. Even if your spouse has an average job, it's just going to be tight and it's going to be a little bit hard. But you can make it work. There's ways to make that happen. Hey, what's going on, Jasmine? Thanks for popping through. I kind of figured, because I got your message, so I kind of figured. Are we watching Freedom Tunes? Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are, ma'am.
Instead of repeating the same lesson about racism 30 times until we graduate?
Ugh, right-wingers. Always trying to stop us from teaching history.
Oh, why can't I find a girlfriend?
A girlfriend with your prayer life?
See, here you go,
Forget it,
right here.
nerd. If you want a trad wife, you need to start building good habits with Hollow. Hollow's the #1 Christian prayer app in the U.S. and the #1 Catholic app in the world.
Oh, this is an advertisement. I'm like, hold on, they getting a little... Let me tell you how you get your trad wife, y'all. It's like, yo, huh? I thought the cartoon was over. But yeah, you see what Just a Girl says? I was homeschooled in a single salary household. Yeah, it's possible. I've also seen videos where the husband make like 50 a year or something, 50 or 60, and they still homeschool the kids. And we're talking about families with more than like one kid too. So it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. I was also a Becca. What is that? Hold on. All right, hold on. Do you recommend a Becca? What is a Becca? Oh, it's an education company. Oh, it's actually an education company from a Christian perspective. Oh. Okay. I've never actually heard of this one. They said this is a Becca book known as A Becca Book until 2017 is an American publisher affiliated with Pensacola Christian College that produces kindergarten to 12th grade curriculum materials that are used by Christian schools and homeschooling families around the world. Let me bookmark this real quick, You never know. You never know. In case I ever get blessed. This is just another option. This is a Christian option. This actually sounds wonderful. This sounds great. You said how much was that income? Oh, that's for Just a Girl. Just a Girl, if you want to share that, how much was the family income you was raised on? You said the handwriting and spelling is hard? That could have just been you. because you Mr. Digital Computer Tech Man. That could have just been you. You said, and seat work. I like the books. It's pro-America. America. I used to hate Abeka because of all the work. I only write in cursive. It's sad because cursive is pretty much dead. Everything's digital now. Everything is super digital. Using it in your homeschool? Oh yeah, because you got 2 little babies. Let's see what they got. Hold on, I'm gonna do the homeschool overview real quick. We can look at this together. Right, America. America. I don't cuss anymore. I can't finish it. But it's from Team America. I still watch South Park. I could probably still watch that. But anyways, homeschool with confidence. Educate your children at home using textbooks, video lessons, teaching aids, and more. Homeschooling is an opportunity for parents to give their children the education they need to succeed. The first step to their success, choosing an educational curriculum that invests in your kids the way you do. Our proven spiral learning approach helps kids retain more of what they learn. Shop homeschool. Yeah, let's see how costly y'all are since we up in here. This ain't bad. Okay, let's use. They got the little babies. Let's see. All right, 2 years old and 3 years old seem to be where it's at. Okay. And let's sort by. Oh, can't sort by price. All right. You're like, nope, not an option. Looks like it's just like 18 to 20 a book. That's not bad. Oh, you got preschool Bible curriculum? It's only $13? Hey, that's what's up. Oh, look at it. It says the little ones sing unto the Lord, 2s and 3s. Oh, it's so wonderful. All right, y'all didn't see that. Anyways. I'm definitely gonna, I'm gonna keep this in my back pocket in case I ever get blessed by the Lord. From the Lord. Said as long as public schools ain't an option, yes sir, that's never an option. Never. You said you don't remember, but I know my mom stayed at home and my sister worked at a warehouse. Hey, you was able to get homeschooled though. My man said, nah, y'all don't know my pain. My teachers in Nigeria always bugged me about not being able to write cursive well just for it to not matter. Yo, and you did it in Nigeria? I know they did not play. They probably was popping you with the ruler, or did y'all have a switch up there? And I'm not talking about Nintendo. I'm talking about like getting popped with a switch, like a stick or whatever. America, fluff, yeah. Oh, the Bible class was great, but I hated the singing. Oh, wanted to get to the story. You be bored in church too sometimes. You just wanted to get straight to the meat. If you can just cut out all the extras, you would just do that and be like, get me straight to what we talking about, sir. Yep, I called it, because now this is afterwards. This is the reason I'm bored with church. I learned all the stories. You're dual national, American and Nigerian. Born here, spent most of my life in... Okay, I got you. Nigeria is a scary place to be as a Christian right now. Yeah, from the stories we've been watching, yes it is. Search up long wooden ruler. I got you. I already know what it looked like. Why they not show? They showing me regular rulers that you would use in school. Nah, show me what they getting popped with. Ah, here we go. This is a joke though. This is a joke, but like this. something this big. Y'all see how this is a shelf right here? Imagine this like a third maybe, and just whack. I already know what it is. Luckily, never in my schools or daycares or nothing. But I heard stories from my dad. They had, when he was in school, they had the paddle, the wooden paddle. I know in the US I had to pick out my own switch. Sound like my mom. My grandma made her pick out her own switch too. Will you watch the other video I sent? I can. I'm trying to go in order. I'm about to watch. We're gonna do Chick-fil-A real quick, and then I'm gonna do the one that Jasmine sent me, and then I'm gonna do yours. You had a fold up ruler like this one. This look kind of crazy. Can you imagine keeping this part folded down, but pull these parts like out and straighten them so it's still long, and you could just bow, 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 just whack people with it. My Catholic school teachers was so scary. All they do is give you the stare. Ooh, so y'all already knew. Y'all was like, I ain't dealing with y'all. Take half of that. I said a third. I was being nice. I had a paddle at my school, but you know, the South. Yeah, that was a Southern thing. Cause I think Ruin Leon mentioned that, cause he's way younger than me. He said they had a paddle at his school, and I'm like, sir, that's not a thing anymore. But he's from the South, so I'm like, oh, okay, well. That was crazy when he said that. I was like, I didn't even know that was still a thing. Because that was never a thing when I went to school. Because I'm in the North. That's wild. All right, let's look at this Chick-fil-A video real quick. They're talking about potentially doing a Chick-fil-A boycott now because customers are enraged over the anti-white, anti-Christian woke agenda. Now, I'm not going to lie. Anti-Christian is kind of crazy because we all know Chick-fil-A, that's God's fast food chain right there. And nothing but little angels be making that food. So the whole anti-Christian thing threw me off completely. But, okay. Let's see what they got to talk about. See what they talk about. You said the drag video from 2012 is fake? I hope so. I hope so.
Oh, we want to score.
All right, hold on. This a little, I got to turn this back down. Because I had to turn it up for the other video. Sir, you said bring back paddles. You're crazy. you crazy. Right? This can't be true. We gonna find out. Because I purposely didn't watch or read any of the articles. We gonna find out.
It's chicken fried. Oh, someday somebody's gonna make you wanna gobble up a waffle fry. But no, don't you know Chick-fil-A say you make the baby Jesus cry.
I hope so too.
I don't know what the fuck.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Benny. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Saying.
You said what he mean bring back paddles? Did they ever go away? In the North. Now, like they said, down south, that's still a thing down there. But in the North, it's gone. The West Side, I don't know about the West Side. East Side is gone too. I don't know about the West Side though.
Meatloaf 3 decades ago. And I hope that Chick-fil-A doesn't make me do that. What is that? Well, it would be boycotting Chick-fil-A, which, you know what? Would be painful. Gotta say, arguably. Would be painful. Would be the toughest one yet. I don't shop at Target. I don't drink the squirrel piss water siphoned through a...
Whoa, what did he say? What? Oh, what? He talking about Bud Light? He said squirrel pee water? Sir, pause. You sound crazy. Bro, these kids need some paddles. I agree with you. I agree. Today's youth definitely does. I feel so weird about it because it's my generation raising today's youth. You know what I'm saying? Like based on my age and like the generation under me. And they've created this. And I don't know what happened. I'm gonna be real with you. Because it ain't how we was raised. That's for sure. I don't know how that happened. Look at this. Alabama sends a letter every year that, yep, your kid gets out of line, we can knock them back in line. Please sign here. Hey, yo, I'm actually okay with that. I'll be real with you. I see that letter, I'd be like, good job, school. Good job. I'd be like, where am I signing? Here? Yeah. Knock my kid out if they act up. Knock them out.
Barrel full of twigs, Bud Light. Don't drink that.
You said, look how I turned out? I think I turned out fine, sir. I know we watched the video where I was cussing and all that. I was atheist. But I was still like a good, decent human being, though. Like, I never acted up in school.
That. I don't shop there, but I do eat that. I do eat Chick-fil-A.
I agree with this, too.
On occasion. Trying to cut back. But we do have Chick-fil-A. We order it in the studio. We eat Chick-fil-A often. I don't mind it. It's available. It's tasty. But now, my God, what have you done, Chick-fil-A? How could you do that to me? Chick-fil-A.
What? Did you say you sound mean? It makes me angry and I can't argue it? What? What are you talking about? I sound mean. Sir, I grew up, I was a little nerd when I went to school. I never acted up. I was scared of getting in trouble. Because it wasn't getting in trouble at school. It was having to see my mom when I got home. My dad wasn't the one I had to worry about getting the whoopings from. It was my mom, and she was crazy. She was a straight psychopath. I'm not getting whooped by her. Nope. I might as well act right and get the good grades and all that. I'm good. I'm good.
Is embracing DEI and ESG after being co-opted by race and trans activists who have made it impossible for the organization to reflect the Christian values of its founder. Marxists will not allow belief in Jesus Christ. Well,
hey, oh really? Welcome back.
What is
I'm
not
glad you're feeling better.
This is a
I'm glad you feel better. I'm glad your levels is cool. Welcome back.
A bona fide Chick-fil-A advertisement. This is something from a YouTube account. Oh my, Chick-fil-A going woke with a $7 plant-based sandwich? No.
I don't think a plant-based sandwich is going woke. I mean, it's a business. So like if you want the vegans or vegetarians, whoever about to eat that, you gotta give them an option if you want them to come to your restaurant. Because so far, the only thing they gonna come for is the potatoes. And even then, I think that's like based on the oil it's also fried in. For some of them, some vegans and vegetarians don't look that deep. I promise you. I promise you. I used to work in, when I was in college for a little bit, I worked in the athletic area. And one weekend, they were like, oh, just to let y'all two know, we about to have like a vegan convention up here. So we was like, all right, whatever. They told us who was going to be in charge, let them in so they could set up and then stay until they're done, check everything, yada, yada, yada. So it was a bunch of big women at this convention. Didn't think anything of it, right? Because I'm like, oh, maybe they want to get their health together. You know what I'm saying? So they held this like big meeting thing in front of our like welcome in desk where they was talking. And next thing I know, the main big chick that was talking was like, I've never felt better in my life. I've been vegan for 10 years and it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Look how I look. Look how skinny I am. The girl I was working with, just as skinny. We looked each other in the eyes and we was like, what did she just say? Did she just say she been vegan for 10 years? Then the next big girl gets up there and she's just like, I'm with you, sister. I've been vegan for 16 years now. Best decision I ever made in my life. And I was like, huh? I was super confused because my friend, who's about as big as me, he was vegan at the time. And I just got so confused. We told him everything that happened afterwards that night. And he was like, oh yeah, a lot of big people, because they can just gorge on like fried foods like potatoes and stuff. And they claim it's like vegan and vegetarian because it's a potato. He was like, but it's still fried in like grease and whatnot. He was like, so they'll gorge on that nonstop. And I'm like, oh, I guess that explains it. Because I was so lost. I was so lost. But this little fake plant-based sandwich and the Impossible meats and all that, you just want money. You just want the money. That's all. Most vegetarians and vegans, most are virtue signaling to look better than others. Oh, I 100% agree with that. I agree 100%. I don't believe most of them. The only person I've ever believed, ever, period, was there's a channel. I don't even know if he still does it. Let's look it up. His name was Simnet Nutrition. This man only ate fruits and veggies every single day, and every single day he had a new recipe on his channel. Today I'm gonna eat a blah blah blah, and I'm just looking at all these things he's making, and I'm like, sir, you're just making like different versions of salads every day. But he was a vegan, and that's all he ate. He just ate raw fruits and veggies. Oh, bruh, he still has a channel. Yeah, this dude right here.
Hey, what's
We're not gonna watch all this. I'm about to jump around a lot, cause I need to show like the food he makes.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to another full day
That's
of
the
eating. So today I'm gonna be
bowl.
sharing with you everything that I eat.
Here,
and
look
do.
at this. This man about to make a veggie sandwich for lunch.
I've worked myself up a
Look at
little
this.
bit of an appetite, but I don't want to eat too much because it's not quite dinner time yet, and I want to have like a nice big dinner. So I've just made myself like a little open-faced veggie sandwich. So here's everything that's on there. Well, first of all, started with some of this sprouted whole grain bread. We like this stuff. And then added some Dijon mustard, avocado, cucumber, a little black pepper on there, some yellow bell pepper, red onion, some chopped basil, and then this like pizza seasoning that's from Trader Joe's. We had a friend bring us some back recently from their trip to the States, and the stuff is really good, so I think it'll be good on here. And then I've just got some orange slices on here as well. I was kind of...
This is literally how this man eats every day. This is literally this little open face sandwich where he's like, I'm gonna have a big meal. When I show you the big meal, it's just gonna be more fruits and veggies. This is literally how he eats nonstop all the time. He's the only vegan or whatever he call himself I've ever seen that eats like this consistently. He don't mess with the fake meats. He don't mess with the fake nothings, because all that's just chemicals and stuff. All right, Just a Girl, thank you for popping in. I hope you have a blessed night. I hope you have a good day at work tomorrow, because I know that's why you're getting up at 3. I think you get protein deficiency by not eating some sort of meat, at least fish. I think you do. I think you got to take, don't you got to take supplements for that? I mean, yeah, it looks good, but this is literally how he eats. I've never seen this man fry a potato or nothing. It's crazy. Makes me think of that scene on Grandma's Boy where they go to the vegan restaurant. Hey, my man said you put a slice of ham on that and it would be valid. Hey, yo, facts. You say he looks like he's missing something from his diet. He should probably get his blood levels checked. At least take the supplements if you can't get it in your extreme diet. So he's also a nutritionalist. So he checks himself like all the time. And I think he does take certain supplements or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen his channel in so long. But he does everything the correct way to just live this lifestyle. He happy. So if it makes him happy, cool. But when I hear people say they vegan, I be like, if you're not living like this, you a phony. You just a phony. And look at this. When he said a big meal, this says a high protein dinner. We're going to go straight to here. This man about to make a salad.
Some vegetable broth. And then this broccoli is just frozen broccoli, which I thawed really quickly in the microwave. And now I'm just gonna add some everything bagel seasoning to it and then just fire it in the air fryer. So broccoli is actually such an amazing food if you're trying to cut a little bit or lose a bit of weight.
Here, we're just gonna skip to every little thing. I think this is tofu.
So while I'm waiting for all that to cook, I'm gonna start the salads for Crystal and I. Start with some mixed greens, purple cabbage, some yellow pepper, cucumber, radish, some avocado, a few chopped olives. Olives are something that I never used to buy. I don't know why. It was kind of like a luxury item that I never started buying once I started living on my own. And I've really been enjoying them lately, especially with some of this other stuff that I'm gonna put on top of here right at the end. All right, next I'm gonna make a really quick sauce.
And then he's just gonna make dressing. But his high protein dinner is literally that broccoli. It looked like they cooked up that tofu and then this big salad. Cause that's the end of the video after that. That's really all it is. That's how that man eats. That man is like, oh, let me show you how to be vegan. I saw him go on a trip with some other influencers and they were like eating out at vegan restaurants, which he still didn't get like the fake meats and stuff. My man then came back to wherever they live, whatever country they live in. And he was just like, man, I feel like I pigged out on that trip. You guys saw the stuff we were eating. I got to go back to eating how I usually do. And I'm like, sir, you ate fruits and veggies that whole time. Said you about to eat more fruits and veggies. I'm like, you about to eat more fruits and veggies. Like, you didn't change. You didn't change nothing. Oh, it didn't save where we was at. Oh, we was down here. Okay. You said, I don't doubt he probably works really hard, strengthening muscle. I mean, something else. Oh, because I saw you put, it looks like he got sunken eyes. He could possibly be missing something. Because it ain't like we with him. We kind of just got to go off what he says. Uh-oh, look at this. I hope I'm not about to set myself up where my significant other can't be named Crystal. So I understand Bible-wise why we can't play with him. But why can't she be named Crystal? What's wrong with that? When people tell me veganism isn't healthy, Google a picture of a gorilla. Them gorillas, when I was in college, claimed they were vegan. They definitely was not healthy. I get what you're saying though, Matt. I get what you're saying though. But no, them chicks was the unhealthiest women I had ever seen in my life. But to also be fair, I also know vegans and vegetarians from my real life that I either worked or went to school with. And they would eat a certain way and brag about it, right? But then they would either smoke or drink alcohol. And I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, I don't understand. Like, you sitting here knocking back alcohol like nonstop when you go home. But you live this lifestyle of working out and being a vegetarian. Or the vegan just smokes cigarettes all the time. I'm like, yeah, you might as well have a steak. Because I feel like that's healthier than the cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it. You said veggies are filling and emptying at the same time. I feel filled but still hungry. Yeah, because it's just water. That's all it is. Veggies do be good, though. But it really do just be water. Cows are vegan. I'm going to start saying that. I'm going to start saying that. What does steak taste like? Huh? Are you being for real right now? Are you asking me what steak tastes like? If you're being serious, steak is like one of the best things ever. All right? Especially you have like a really good steak. What steakhouse did I just go to? See, now we didn't stop talking about Chick-fil-A. What's it called? Here it is. We went to a steakhouse to celebrate right after we got married. And there was like a special steak on there that we had. It was phenomenal. Here it is. Cab Prime. So we had the Cab Prime New York strip. So here it is. It says our certified Angus beef prime steaks account for the top 1% of all beef served with the highest possible grades in marbling, texture, and maturity. All steaks are aged a minimum of 28 days, then seared in our broiler and finished with our aglio brushing. That was the best steak I ever had in my life. And I've had some good steaks, but that right there was the best. Now I want to go back. That was such a good steak. Ugh. So good. Yes, it is. It's so wonderful. I love it. I love it so much. Wagyu beef is like $150 a pound. I gotta have it from the source. I have to go to Japan and have it. I have to. I am going to Japan though, but that's one of the things I'm having while we out there. That's gonna be the best thing. Is steak healthy? Yeah, steak's healthy. What you mean? Does it stick in your stomach for a long time? Tech boy. Steak is good for you. Don't let these leftist libs lie to you about steak. Steak is amazing. How do you like your steak? Medium rare. It's the best way to eat it. Yes. Yes, we on the same wave page. We right here. We right here. You said medium well or medium rare? It comes down, so certain cuts, whoever the chef is, they'll tell you their recommendation, but this right here will never fail you. Majority of the time, it'll never fail you. It'll never fail you. Will I get sick eating beef? No. Where is it? Hold on. Have you never had beef before in your household? Is this what's happening? Is this the conversation right now? Because I have never had it, I could get sick. That's not how that works. I promise you that's not how that works. I mean, unless you like allergic to beef or something, but I highly doubt that. That's like, you would have known if you were allergic to beef by now. You would, at some point in your life, you would have had beef. You would have had some form of beef to test that theory. I mean, I know his parents are strict, but like, that's strict? Y'all don't eat beef in the household? What about pork? Y'all don't eat, so do y'all only eat chicken? What do y'all eat in y'all house? What do y'all eat over there? I ate Kobe beef in Japan. It was so good. Yeah, you told us. I know, Tyree. I'm gonna do it too when I go to Japan. I'm gonna be just like you, eating all the good cuts of meat. I used to not be allowed to eat chicken. Is pork bad for you? I can eat it. All right, hold on. What do y'all eat in your household? What do y'all eat in your household? I don't know. Are you in like a vegan household or vegetarian? Because we talking about meat and stuff, and you're just like lost about a lot. You're making me want a slab of ribs. Ribs sound so good. I got some too. I could make some ribs this weekend if I wanted to. Now y'all got me thinking about food, man. This is crazy. Speaking of, because I love food. I love cooking and I love eating it. I'm going to start doing videos where I go to mom and pop shops and I review the food. We going to see. We going to see who makes it. I wish I had my camera with me. I was out getting stuff for the backpack drive one day and I randomly ran across a barbecue food truck. So I got excited. I was like, ooh, barbecue? This about to slap. Boy, was I wrong. That was the biggest lie my mind ever told me that day. Because I don't know how you mess up barbecue. Mind you, this is what blows my mind too. They had a smoker. They had a grill. The smells were phenomenal. All right? I don't know what fake smell machine they were pumping up out of that truck, because there's no way it's from the plate of food they gave me. Not me. That was a whole lie. Everything was bland. Everything. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, the only way you can mess up barbecue is if you overcook it and it's like super tough and chewy. No. Everything was cooked how it should have been cooked. It was just bland. I had never been in this situation before. It was the most bland food I've ever had in my life. I don't know. The yams, I asked for candied yams. They gave me just regular chopped up yams. There is nothing else to go with it. I don't know how it tastes like water. I had to come home and doctor the yams up. I had to put in some honey and brown sugar and stuff I get mad thinking about it. The beans, them the blandest beans I ever had in my life. I too had to doctor that up when I came home. I got a po' boy. That was the nastiest sausage link I ever had in my life. I don't know how you messed that up. I don't know. And then they had the nerve when I ordered it, right? I'm from Cleveland. Po' boys in Cleveland, right? You got you a nice hot link or kielbasa or something up in there. You top it with French fries, coleslaw, barbecue sauce. That's it. Nothing else. That's a Cleveland po' boy. That is a staple. It couldn't be any simpler to follow that plan. I opened that up. Because when I ordered it, I was like, yo, let me get a po' boy. They was like, what you want on it? I looked at them confused. I was like, what you mean what I want on it? I want everything. I want my fries and my barbecue sauce and my coleslaw. Hook me up. Oh, you want everything? All right, I got you. Why? It looked like potato salad was on my po' boy. I'm like, what is this? It was like a big rigatoni noodle and it was white. And I'm like, bro, what is it? I touched it and licked it. I'm like, is this mac and cheese? The fact I couldn't even distinguish it was mac and cheese. And then I got confused. I'm like, why is mac and cheese on my po' boy? What is this? The mac and cheese was bland. The coleslaw was bland. The barbecue sauce was non-existent. There was no French fries. Where's my French fries? That would have been the funniest review video ever if I had my camera. That plate, that was a $12 plate. And that little sausage link was disgusting. That had to be the blandest sausage. Man. We can get back to the video, but I was so upset. I was beyond upset. All right, Tech Boy said he could eat chicken, lamb, turkey, and fish. Okay, nothing's wrong with that combination. Nothing's wrong with that. My mom is a health nut. She has a blood type book that I had to follow. Oh, okay. You sound like the creator Jess Peachy. She got strict parents too, and her mom sounds like your mom. So, yeah. Saying a woman who would cook, yes sir, yes sir. I be chefing it up. I'm gonna start taking pictures of what I do, and I'm gonna just be showing y'all. I be chefing it up in the kitchen. You can barbecue just about anything, right? I don't know how they messed up. Mind you, they had a smoker. Nothing tasted smoke. They pulled all my stuff off the smoker. Nothing tasted like it came off a smoker. This is horrible. It was the worst food truck I ever been to in my life. It was horrible. It was crazy. It was crazy. Y'all see, I'm gonna start doing video clips. I'm gonna start doing video clips. Y'all will see. Tell me something good about the restaurant. They were nice. I give them that. They were nice. And that was it. That was it. I can't say nothing else. Because that food was trash. And I couldn't waste it because I had prayed to God beforehand. I was like, God, I'll jazz it up at the house. I'm not going to waste the food because somebody probably starving that could eat this. But like, I was totally upset.
Okay, let's go to one thing at a time.
What a crazy way to
ladies
come
and
back
gentlemen.
in.
What is all of the hubbub about? Well, it is about this page. The DEI. Chick-fil-A.com, DEI.
I saw this.
On the webpage. Committed to being better together. Better together. Sounds like Hillary Clinton's campaign ad.
So I did read this on Chick-fil-A's website. Or somebody shared the screenshot or something. Because I did read this. So the DEI, that's like, you know how all these companies, they have to follow an ESG/DEI score. So you have to be like inclusive and all this other nonsense. This stems from like a whole, like if you want to keep getting credit lines and funding for your business, essentially, you're going to follow the script, which is this. That's why you keep seeing companies pander to the LGTB community because of this. They want those credit lines to stay open. Who runs those credit lines? BlackRock and Vanguard. At the end of the day, we're not stopping it. They're way too big. They own all the banks. Like, to stop it at this point, you would literally have to go to a privately owned, like, small bank, like a credit union or something. And even then, I mean, at that point, you would just be a small business, like really small. You would never hit the levels that a lot of these bigger companies hit if you don't want to play the game. But there's no way to stop this. The only true way to stop all this, we all are collectively going to have to come together as a unit and support small local businesses that don't participate in any of this stuff and don't rely on credit lines and funding from any of this stuff. That's the only way we going to win. That's literally the only way.
Chick-fil-A's corporate purpose is to glorify God, faithful steward, all that is entrusted to us. That means Marxism, apparently, because they've hired this doofus to become the new Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Vice President. His name is Eric McReynolds.
Man, if he just got hired, we know why. We know why he got hired. You said, I think Trump or DeSantis, if it's God's will, would stop that. I don't think so. DeSantis, because he is cool and bought stuff for, what's that one representative's name? It's the gay guy. I don't remember his name. Him and his husband went through surrogacy to have like a baby and stuff. He cool with them, and he like sent them baby outfits and all that. He kick it with them. And then Trump recently came out and he was like, oh, I don't have issues with like dudes using the women's bathrooms, and his whole stance on abortion kind of changed, where it's like DeSantis, at least he's standing in the line on that, but Trump was kind of, he's arguing that like 8 weeks is too early or something like that to stop an abortion. He said something really weird where he wants to extend it out even further to allow people to let the pregnancy terms go longer. They both kind of they both kind of off right now.
Eric McReynolds says Chick-fil-A is a restaurant that has been recognized as a place where people know they will be treated well.
Yeah.
Modeling care for others.
Yeah, they're pandering for votes. And with pandering for votes, you might have to appease that crowd during your election. And since they have higher standing than black people, because remember, it was, we'll pander to the black people and we got to get their votes, and then nothing ever happened with the black people. The LGTB crowd, you pander to them, they might get something that they didn't ask for. They just might. It's very different. So it might happen. I like, what's his name? Vivek Ramaswamy. Until I hear something crazy from him, he cool. But then Tech Boy said he's also not Christian. So does anybody know, is there a Christian candidate like at all that stands on just the Bible, like fully 10 toes down? Cause I would vote for them in like a heartbeat. Yeah, I know Tech Boy, you told me he's not Christian. I didn't know that at first. But everything up, like the rest of his policies though, are like, that I've seen so far, are cool. Until I see something I don't like, this is gonna be a rough election campaign. We might have to do like Bryson Gray said. He was like, as a whole, we, like, Christians might have to just take this cycle off, because apparently a large majority of our vote goes to the Republican side anyways. And if they lose us, the Christian base, and we all just collectively said like, we're done, none of us are voting, period, or we all just like collectively vote for like a third party that we all rock with or something, if they take that loss, they might start catering to us more, to kind of just send a message for the next election. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Starts in the restaurant, and then we are committed to ensuring mutual respect, understanding, dignity.
I agree with this though. We can't put him back in.
Okay.
But we got to find a good option all around though.
So Chick-fil-A,
that's the hard part,
is now facing its first boycott from the right. Now, the founder of Chick-fil-A, his name is Dan Cathy. Dan Cathy is a Christian. Dan Cathy supported various organizations who were against gay marriage. Dan Cathy used his own personal funds in order to support those organizations. Chick-fil-A cucked and clucked on that and bent over and gave in to the mob. This is from 2018, 2019. Chick-fil-A infuriates conservative customers by caving to LGBTQ alphabet protests. Conservative commentators did not pull punch in after Chick-fil-A's decision. Fast food Chick-fil-A devoted conservative fan base dealt the company some harsh criticism after it cut support for 3 groups that oppose gay marriage and have drawn the ire of protesters. The loss of funding from the chain, famous for refusing to open on Sundays due to its founders' strict religious beliefs. 2017 and 2018, Chick-fil-A founder gave $2.4 million to the Missouri-based Fellowship of Christian Athletes sports camps for underserved youths. Oh, that's it? And to the Salvation Army to buy Christmas gifts for needy children? And the foundation gave Paul Anderson to the youth homes. Conservatives.
Have you seen Uncle Tom 2 or 1, the documentary? Yes, I have. That's an awesome documentary, too. I actually recommend, here, I'm going to highlight this. Whoops. Sorry, I meant to highlight this one. If you guys have not seen the Uncle Tom documentaries, please watch them. They're amazing. I saw Uncle Tom 1 maybe this time last year. I know it was before I became Christian. I can't remember the time period though, but like, boy, was my mind blown open because I was already there, right, on like the conservative side of things. And that like made way more sense. Tech Boy, you gotta see it. You gotta watch it. It's for free on YouTube. Nikki, welcome to the stream. Hey! I haven't seen you in so long, Nikki. I missed you. Greetings from Amarillo. Amarillo, Texas. Is it a slavery movie? No, it's a documentary. You would like it. You're a conservative. You would love it. It's a really good documentary. Matter of fact, because I know it's free on YouTube. See, I made a new tab this time. I messed up last time. Uncle Tom. Here we go. It's not free anymore? No, it's this shit right here. Yeah, well, this person got it for free. Boop, boop, boop. Let's put this in here. Oh, your dad passed today. Oh, Nikki, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Nikki, I'm gonna pray for you and your family tonight, okay? That sucks. I know it's hard losing a parent because I lost mine a few years back. Yeah, condolences, Nikki, to you and your family. You said let's pray now. We can. I'm letting you know right now. I suck. I suck at doing prayers in front of y'all. I'm gonna just be real with you right now. All right. You done put me on the spot. Now I'm nervous. Heavenly Father, please hold Nikki and her family close to your heart today as she has lost her father and her family has lost a husband, a father, a son. Please hold them close to you, Lord, and keep them tight in your arms and just continue to watch over their family, as I know this would be a difficult time for them. And continue to watch over them and continue to watch over them and keep them close to you during this difficult time period in their life. Jesus, in your name we pray. Amen. Boy, I be so nervous when I gotta pray in front of y'all. You said you were driving from Portland to get there in time but missed it. It's all right, Nikki. All that matters is that you're there now, and that's all that matters. Even though you missed it, he knew you were on the way, and he's with you right now, and he's with your family right now. You said that was good. That's what we do. Hey, as long as y'all say so. I'd be so off. I'd be nervous to pray in front of other people. All right. All right, we're going to get back to the video. We're going to get back, because they talking about donating to, like, charity funds, at least in this part. At least in this part. So it's not a bad part to jump back into.
Who stood by the restaurant in 2012 when Dan Cathy said in several interviews that he did not support gay marriage, said that the company has abandoned them. No. He has abandoned his Christian faith. Salvation Army. So they cut out... Wait a second. So they cut funding to Salvation Army and to Fellowship of Christian Athletes? And to some youth home? Guys, this can't be happening. So this is what they did. So this is what they did in 2019. The newest betrayal is here. Chick-fil-A faces conservative revolt over new diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. According to Corporate Compliance Insights, Chick-fil-A is receiving an onslaught of conservative ire after the company's diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives spread across social media. One of our core values at Chick-fil-A is that we are better together, reads the company's website in the DEI section. The DEI page does not mention alphabet persons. However, Chick-fil-A chairman Dan Cathy, son of the company's founder Truett Cathy, made headlines in 2012 with his views on homosexuality. And then, of course, he betrayed his own religious beliefs, which is, you know, really super honorable. Really great thing for someone to do. The DEI efforts at Chick-fil-A involve ensuring equal access, valuing differences, and creating a culture of belonging. Except for Christians.
Yeah, Benny's awesome. I like watching his content from time to time. But also, I follow him on Twitter, too. So that's really... I kind of see his tweets more so than I watch the videos. So wait, I'm confused. So the whole... I started scrolling like I'm actually on the webpage. It's getting late. It's getting late. So I'm confused. So the owner of Chick-fil-A is still alive. He's not dead or anything. This isn't like his kids doing this. This is literally him abandoning like all his Christian morals and values.
So, a couple of things here. Did you really need to do this? Did you have a problem of not belong or like bad culture at Chick-fil-A? No.
Yeah, the culture's been fine this whole time. Like, he's been very upfront about his beliefs and people still been eating there. He hires everybody. Like, everybody's been treated well. Like, Chick-fil-A's also, like, I forgot what location it was, but they're actually the test site to start testing out 4-day work weeks. So I don't understand like why this was even needed.
This is where we always land on these kind of things. And here's the LinkedIn. By the way, we found the guy on LinkedIn. Here's Eric McReynolds. This is the president of diversity, equity, and inclusion at Chick-fil-A. This is for real. This isn't some clickbait headline. This is his real job. What has he done for his entire life? Well, he's actually worked at Chick-fil-A since 2007. He was a consultant and then team captain and then director of the Midwest region and then executive director of equity and inclusion and diversity in 2020 and then vice.
We know why this happened in 2020 though. We know why that happened. Because all the BLM stuff and George Floyd. So he basically went from the executive director of Nonsense Division to vice president of Nonsense Division. You said maybe just a regular review of Uncle Tom 2. I've been trying to get tech to see it for 2 months. Honestly, I'll probably just, if he don't watch it, I'll give him this week because I do the video game streams tomorrow and Thursday. If he don't watch it this week, because he can really watch it off his phone with headphones in. His parents would never know. I'll play it on the channel like next week. Cause it's still free. Like the link shows it up for free. And we could all just watch it together.
It's president, full time.
Or just do a review of it.
Then he was like a sales representative and senior business analyst. So this is, this is a real person. This is really.
You said that link is in Spanish? No, come on. No.
No idea that I would end up going to college and becoming a university.
How did you deal with color and race when you?
It's in English. I mean, the captions, like, that's in Spanish, but it's still in English. You can still watch this. Just put some headphones in and run it off your phone. And if you need to take breaks, like, while watching it, like, you keep pausing it and go back to it in your history feed. If you need to. That's what I did when I first saw this. Like, I had it running on my TV in my living room. And every time I got up, like, if I had to go drive somewhere or do something else, I would pause it there, and I would just pull it up on my phone and keep it running. That's all you got to do.
Happening, and this is really Chick-fil-A really embracing woke ideology. James Lindsay, something tells me Chick-fil-A is going to have to repent soon. Yeah, conservatives are pissed because this is why we can't have nice things. Everything good must come to an end. Here Chick-fil-A is stating that its commitment to systemic racism, sexism, and discrimination. I cannot support such a thing. This is what people are tweeting. Chick-fil-A is infected with DEI and will only be a matter of time before that place falls in every way possible.
Oh, you took it. Okay, hold on.
So it turns out I was right. Chick-fil-A CEO Dan Cathy says that all white people should get on their knees and shine black people's shoes with a sense of shame and a sense of embarrassment. What a self-hating loser.
Is this real?
Yeah. This is actually true. We dug up this old clip. You can actually see Dan Cathy getting on his knees and shining shoes and saying all white people got to do this, which is totally weird. Like, what a completely weird thing to say. Totally. Dude, you sell fried chicken. You sell light beer. You have a tchotchke store that sells a gallon of milk and diapers if you're Target, right? Home good items. Why do you have to choose to suck? Dan Cathy chooses to suck. You sell fried chicken. You don't have to get up and start shining people's shoes because of their race.
Of conviction. So I invite folks just to put some words to action here. And if we need to find somebody that needs to have their shoe shine, we need to just go right on over and shine their shoes. And whether they got tennis shoes on or not, maybe they got sandals on, it really doesn't matter. But there's a time in which we need to have, some personal action here. Maybe we need to give him a hug too, brother.
And some stock in Chick-fil-A.
Right? Like, what are you shining my shoes for? If you're gonna come over here and be this stupid, give me some stock in Chick-fil-A, sir. I don't care about if you talking about. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If this dude right here came to me, it was like, here, let me bow. I'd be like, sir, please, you don't have to get on your knees. Just give me the stock options. It's like, run me the money. I don't care about any of this. Yo, that's hilarious. Oh, this is what I was gonna do, and you got. All right, today is Hug Your Cat Day. No joke. Hug your cat while praying that your Chick-fil-A sandwich isn't rainbow colored in another day. Is it really Hug Your Cat Day? Hey, yo, Trunks! I'm gonna go get my cat. I'm gonna go get my cat and hug him. Where are we going? He's like, oh, the office? Nice. I get to be in the office? He's like, whoa. You don't ever let me in here. You don't ever. Look, it's Hug Your Kitty Day. So I gotta hug you, okay? Can I get a hug? This the closest we're getting right now? I'll count this. You know I'll count this. You know that, right? He's just looking at everything. He's like, ooh, you don't ever let me back here. I'm gonna mess with that. I'm gonna mess with that. As soon as you put me down, I'm breaking this. I heard him too. He was just like, You love cats? I love cats too. They're the best. He said my sibling paid me to touch our dog, and I used that money to give my mom a gift I could tribute to her spa. You're funny. You're funny. I tried to hold my cat like that, and he slapped me, yo. Your cat was like, hey, don't you ever touch me like that again. Now fill my bowl up with food. Give me some water. That's funny. Okay, I just wanted to hug you. He was sleeping as well, because I called him, and he was just standing there sleepily looking at me, so I know he was sleeping, because I called his name out. So he's just kind of... Oh, you see the fly up there. All right, sir, you can't get it. You can't get it. It's on the ceiling. Yeah, you're not going to get that. I would have to hold you. We could try. You want to try? Let's do the whole Simba thing. Where I just put you up like that. Bruh. You can't look, we're gonna do the whole Lion King thing. Alright, that's enough. I'm sorry. I'll let you go back to whatever you was doing. Say bye. Say bye. Say, I'm out of here. Ooh, I'm like, oh, this look crazy. We just keep vanishing. I wonder why it does that. I'm gonna have to ask your daddy when he get home. Okay, bye. Thank you for humoring me. Thank you, bro. I love you. Behave. Don't do what I wouldn't do. He just walked off. He's just like, so I can't get the fly? Alright, I'm out of here. He's like, I'm out of here. You're not gonna let me have that fly? That's just crazy. Sir, did you say it's a waste of money, no return on investments to get a pet? Pets are the best thing you can have. They're little companions. When I go to sleep at night, do you know who hops up on the bed and lays down next to me? Trunks does. He'd be like, come here, Mom, come here. When it sounds like somebody breaking in the house, you know who protected me? Not him. That's what a weapon is for. But he's there if I need backup. You know what I'm saying? If dogs are more of your thing, they'll probably work better in that situation. You know what I mean? Pets poop and pee everywhere. Yeah, welcome to having a pet that's not trained. If you train your pet, they're not going to do any of that. You know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be pooping and peeing everywhere. Matt Walsh hates pets and I don't want him canceling me. What? All right, you.
But I bought about.
They still poop and pee in spots, sir. No, if you don't train your pet, my cat poops and pees in his litter box. I've never had him poop and pee anywhere else. That either means the animal is untrained, or the only other reason they could be doing this if they are trained, they're sick and something is wrong. You gotta get you a pet, man. Find something you like. You might be a dog type person, you know, if cats aren't your thing. Maybe a little hedgehog. You could name him Sonic. Go get you a pet. I am worth more than an animal, and pets die. Bro, everybody dies. You could die tomorrow. Does that mean your parents shouldn't have had you? Come on now, bruh. They nice little companions. That's all. 1,500
of these, and I gave to all our Chick-fil-A operators and staff a number of years ago.
That's horrible.
And so any expressions of a contrite heart, of a sense of
Sir, go love that dog and play with it. What's wrong with you?
humility, a sense of shame, a sense of embarrassment.
Yeah, you should have a sense of embarrassment after doing that. See, okay, so here's how we're going to make sure that we have diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're going to go judge people by their skin color and shine their shoes.
You said too much money, too much time, and lots of hassle. No, it's not. Sir, I had a cat when I was broke. Like, I ain't even gonna count the ones we had when I was growing up because, like, my parents paid for all that. But, like, when I first went out on my own, I was broke. And I still had a cat, and we were still able to take care of him and feed him and all that. That was the little homie. Like, it don't take that much money to have an animal. Facts. Facts, because I don't know what that guy just did.
That's how we solve racism. Hey, you have a different skin color than me. I'm gonna go shine your shoes. You people are morons. It's all stupid. You can't just sell chicken? Nah, man. We've got to make it political. By the way, diversity, equity, and inclusion, like, this is anti-whiteism. That is what, like, the goal of this is to say that all of our systems are racist, and that in order to get equity, the key term equity, not equality, which is what the Bible calls for, equity, which is saying that one racial group needs to pay so that another racial group can advance. That's what equity means. Morons. Dan.
Yeah, this video is about over. Well, that sucks for Chick-fil-A. Wow, that's horrible, honestly. I'm be real with y'all, I don't really have Chick-fil-A like that to begin with, because, I mean, the lines are always, like, super long, and I'm not waiting in a line for food, period. Especially fast food. Like, to me, they're the best, but I done already made that declaration a very long time ago in my life. I was like, I'm not waiting 30, 45 minutes for fast food. That's not happening. I don't care who it's at and who it's from. I'm just not doing it. So I'm not really going to be missing anything if I boycott that. I really do like their frosted coffee, though. But I learned how to make it already. Because it's really just ice cream and coffee. So it's like super easy. That's why, so there's a whole nother reason why I want to do the whole thing where I like taste food at mom and pop spots. I usually go there to get food anyways. I usually try to find like a local restaurant to support, especially with the cost of food nowadays anyways. Usually going to a fast food restaurant, a combo meal gonna run you about $7 to $10. I can go to like my local Jamaican spot, Chinese spot, wherever, and get a meal for like $7, $10, and they done actually cooked it up in a kitchen versus like the fast food joint is like dropping frozen stuff in like a fryer, and you know, this is what it is. So I just started leaning away from fast food heavily anyways. Support, if you want to boycott, support your mom and pop spots. They taste better anyways. They taste way better. Now you want a chicken sandwich? You said Chick-fil-A too expensive for broke boys like me? Yikes. Yikes. You gotta get your money up. You just gotta get your money up. That's all. That's all. You said the fries are awesome in general. Yeah, their fries, I mean, their food is good. It's just the waiting in the lines. I don't know how it is like where everybody lives, but every location by me, the line goes out to the street, and I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it. It's like, you know, if I gotta wait that long, I can go down here to the Thai food restaurant, get my stuff in like 5-10 minutes, and be right back in my car. Like, yikes. All right, let's go to the next video, because it's about to be 10. It sucks that the first stream got canceled, but this might be a good one because of how crazy it is, right? So we got Chick-fil-A bending over for the LGTB community now. And now we have this. This is from a channel called Michelle McDaniels. Wait, is this her main channel? Yeah, it is. So Michelle McDaniel is the name of the channel. The title of the video is The Christian OnlyFans Model. God told me to do it. So Michelle McDaniel is not an OF model, but she's about to tell a story of the chick that's doing it. This probably gonna be all types of wild. I don't know how far we're gonna make it into this, because remember the Whatever podcast, you had the female pastor turned OF model. We didn't make it that far in that either, so we gonna see. You said Asian food rules? It does. That's actually one of my favorite types of food to cook. So like Thai, Vietnamese, Chinese, them are favorite types of food to make. Nikki said Indian, pho, Thai. Yeah. I made pho before too. Oh, see, now y'all got me thinking about food again. We about to go into a whole nother like food conversation. Hold on, you said something about COVID seems to have reignited America's interest in fried chickens. I don't know. I'm not too sure about it. Everybody liked KFC and I don't know. Popeyes may have been during the COVID craze. And then the chicken said, okay, you might be kind of right. Now that I'm thinking about it, you might be right. You might be right. You said just throw everything together with rice and eggs? Not all the time. Not all the time, but I get what you're saying.
What happens when you mix God and adult content? You become a millionaire. That's what. And you can't forget a whole lot of anger. Courtney Tilia, a 35-year-old adult star, is saying, God told me to do it. I didn't know that was gonna happen. Hey, you need to slow down. I hear a lot of people out in the wild.
Yo, hold on. Wait a minute. Time out. I didn't know she was gonna show that picture. Just start right there. My bad. If anybody watching is struggling with some certain things, you might want to leave the stream. Okay? Because I did not know that was about to happen.
You know, the real world, saying, you know, God just told me to look inside myself and walk down the path of whatever. And everybody claps and happy that they found themselves through the path of God. Well, you can't invalidate her message that she received from God himself. I'm a proud Christian porn star. God put me on earth to enjoy sexual pleasure. I mean, technically, she's right. Why would God put pleasure parts in our hearts if we weren't supposed to enjoy them? Okay, calm down. Sex is only for the children, people. Just say your skill in bed is just not there. It's easy.
Oh, ma'am. I don't think you're Christian with what you just said. I don't think you're Christian. All right, we don't keep pushing.
And in 2022, the all-accepting universe, people accept it and will understand. They might even help you practice. I don't know. The Sinful Stunner is making an unholy confession. The Christian OnlyFans star says she feels more connected to her faith since she kickstarted her kinky career 7 years ago, and now believes God put her on this earth to help liberate other women from their sexual shame.
False. False. All this is false. I'm telling you right now, all of this is false. All of this. All of this. This chick never read a Bible in her life. This right here means nothing to me, because you can't be a Christian OnlyFans star. I'm telling you right now. This a demon. This is a demon. And this gotta be. Masquerading as this, trying to push this agenda like it's okay when we know it's not. This is not real. This is not real. She can love Jesus and still not understand his Jesus. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, she made up her own God. She made all of this. All of this. This is wild. This is no different than progressive churches and all that other crazy nonsense they be pushing to normalize. This ain't a true Christian person. I'ma just put that out there.
God's message has been abundantly clear.
This is crazy picture she put in this video.
I'm here to be a porn star. This is my way of serving. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog in the shine of your light. I'll tell you my sins if you show me your thighs. Anyway, I feel like a lot of people are saying, take me to church. And other people might be very mad, but that's okay because God said not to judge. So it's all good. No one should be mad.
This randomly reminded me her singing. I don't know why this like sparked this in my brain. We got to watch another video after this. There's a group of women that do the Beyonce church. Now, I done seen this before years back, but I guess there's another new one out there. We gotta watch that next.
In the comment section. Before all of this kiddo work, she worked at a high school with special needs students, but felt her life just lacked meaning. It was missing something. And because her life lacked this meaning, her spirituality was just dwindling by each day. Before I left teaching, I felt super disconnected from myself and also God. I didn't know what my life purpose was or how I was meant to help others.
You used to be a teacher?
Well, in 2016, she found out how she could help others. Oh yeah, Tammy and Jocelyn. And yes, I named them for
this right here. You shall know them by their fruits. Facts. Because everything we're hearing right now. Yup. All of it. She needs to sit down with like an actual pastor. Because I swear on everything, if this turns into like, I go to this church and my pastor's okay with it, it'd be like a drag queen pastor or something. I'm going to be like, I knew it. She needs to sit down at a real church and talk to a real person.
For her, I didn't see the names of them in the articles. And if you didn't know, our boobs have dedicated names. It's part of womanhood. We just do it after we start our periods. Go ask your wife, your girlfriend, your best friend, the lady next door. What's the names of the girls? They love it.
That's the... This is Rocco. I promise you that's not a thing. Maybe if you got like... You know what? Let me not say it. I promise you that's not a thing.
I now reject any teaching or institution that depicts God as an entity to be feared or to be judged by. God is loving, not fearful, and accepting, not judgmental.
God was literally, she's one of these people. Jesus was literally brought here to bring division. They always want like this hippie loving version of God. That's not God.
We are not meant to suppress or deny things like our pleasure and sexual expression. Instead, we're meant to enjoy and embody them fully, as God has intended.
Well, this is why she doesn't have no husband. No man would ever, I said never, take this woman seriously.
Pop! Right on your head. Right in the middle of your forehead. Did it again.
Who said that?
She's married, bitch. That thing that I was doing, that was you saying the husband part. Whenever I post these videos, I always get people saying, she'll never get married. This is why she's single. First of all, some people don't want to get married. Some people enjoy being single. Just because you're lonely and sad by yourself doesn't mean other people are lonely and sad.
Let me tell y'all why it took so long for me to get married. All right? Let's bring her in. For those that know, I'm married now. My husband and I, we've been together since high school. We got years on us, right? You know it took us so long to get married, to get to this point in time right here today, when all this happened not too long ago? We originally didn't want to get married. How stupid was that, right? The reason that was literally because we didn't like how we saw our parents' marriages were. I didn't like seeing how my mom and dad were all the time. He didn't like seeing his parents from time to time, how they were with each other. We were young, didn't know any better, didn't know like, oh, you can get married, just don't do that, right? Haha, duh. That's all it was. So when people sit there and be like, I don't ever want to get married and we're just going to date first, the stupidest thing ever. Because we've been together this whole time. We've literally been playing house this whole freaking time. Stupid. It doesn't make any sense. None of it made any sense. We could have just got married. We were basically married. Just get married. You already doing it. Doesn't make any sense. God put us here to be fruitful and multiply with our spouses. You're not supposed to be out here single and running it up with random people and strangers. That doesn't... This is why God pill is where it's at. God pill is where it's at. Wish I would have found it sooner. Things happen for a reason, though. He said, the sexually immoral shall have their part in the lake of fire. Facts. God put that wisdom in you. He did. It took a while, but he did. You said, I feel like marriage could cause stress and I would be stuck with someone for life. I know it's unchristian, but that's how I think. I know you always bring up the whole relationship thing, Tech Boy, where you're like, I never want a girlfriend. I never want this and that. I never want to get married. You're young. You're thinking of that now because, like, your viewpoint. I promise you, the older you get, we're not meant to be alone, right? Kind of like how in school that one day, you like to deny it now, but you done already told us in one of my streams. Like in school and one day when you saw that one girl and she made you weak in the knees and you could barely breathe, like she took your breath away when you saw her. It's going to happen. You're going to find the girl you want to be with. And if she's properly vetted out by your parents as well when you start bringing her around, because they should be the ones that let you know, like, if you're on the right path of picking a girl or not, right? If everything's good, one day you're going to look at her and be like, yeah, I'm going to marry that girl. That's going to be mine forever. And then y'all going to have a family and go on and yada, 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 yada. It's going to be that way. Marriage is a calling, just like the priesthood, and being a nun is a calling. Both are vocations. You said I'm young about the pet thing, and that never happened. I'm Tech Boy. I know couples who have been together for 10 plus years and aren't married. It baffles me. That was us. We was goofy. Didn't make any sense. We was living together. We did everything for each other. It's just like, oh yeah, I just don't want a relationship like they had, even though we didn't have one. We were so stupid and goofy. It's like, just get married. Just get married. You don't want to deal with the stress of bringing a girl around? Because you're young right now. When you get old enough, your mom is going to be so excited. And your dad, you bring the right girl to the house. Say you go off to college. And you meet some girl there. Y'all click. Like, you Christian, she Christian, you conservative, she conservative. Y'all perfect for each other, right? When you come home for Christmas, you're going to tell your parents, hey, mom and dad, I'm going to be there for Christmas. Also, like, I want to bring somebody with me. I want you to meet somebody. Oh, who is it? You'll see when we get there. And then you'll bring her to the crib. Your family going to do their regular judgy thing or whatever. But depending on how she dress and act and when she come around, they going to be like, oh, she's so sweet. She's so cute. Oh, your family will probably love her. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. You see this right here? It's a blessing from God. Marriage is a commitment. You have to renew that commitment daily. Facts. My mom and dad were married 50 years till dad went home to Jesus in 99 and mother in 2014. And I'm sure they, just like any other marriage, I'm sure they went through their stuff like every marriage does. But look how long you said they lasted together, 50 years. That's wonderful. My parents were, because they got married when I was like 3 or something, I think. So if we do, hold on, let me do the math real quick. I gotta do the math real quick. When did he pass? He passed in that year. Yeah, they were married for 26 years before he passed. But they were together for, because they were together longer than that. I think they were together for like 36 or something like that before getting married. So yeah, your parents did it right. Sound like your parents probably got married at like 18 or something. 18 or 19 to last that long. They were probably very young. My dad, he was married before, he had a previous marriage before he got with my mom. That didn't work out. For crazy reasons. It was wild. His first wife, and I don't know why this wasn't a thing back in the day, but he owed her too, because he's also 12 years older than my mom. He said his first wife, he came home from work and he caught her in bed with the quarterback of the football team at the high school. Mind you, they were adults at that time. So when he told us that, we was like, so your first wife was a pedo. That's what that sounded like. And he was like, oh. He was like, yeah, I guess she was. And we're like, what do you mean you guess she was? What happened? Like, wasn't that like a big thing back in the day? And he was like, I didn't tell nobody. Now probably was like, he probably didn't tell anybody because like the embarrassment at that point in time. But like, nah, bruh, I would have been like, you got to go to jail. I'm not about to come home and you're in my bed and I'm working for you to be a housewife. You got to go to jail. You got to eat that, you little pedo. Nah, I would have told everybody. I also don't know what the life was like in the 60s and 70s, so I don't know. But I know today, that happened today, you're going to jail. Straight up, you're going to jail. Oh, they were in their late 20s, 1950 something. Okay. Yeah, they were together a long time.
Sad by themselves. But in this situation, she got a whole ass man. And they do things together on OnlyFans. OnlyFans things.
But you're not just
She went into that whole thing, was like, she got a man, they together, just to then sit there and be like, so, they do things together on OnlyFans. Ma'am, hold that L. That don't count. These just two porn stars together. This is crazy. I was born in 66. Oh, snap. Oh, really? You might be the oldest one in here. Cause it was Nikki and K-Elf. K-Elf hasn't been here long. Oh, still is Nikki. Y'all around like, y'all a little bit younger, but y'all are around my mom's age. Yeah, you're around Nikki and K-Elf's age. K-Elf hasn't been here this week. I talked to him a little bit on Twitter last week, but he hasn't been here this week yet. I hope he's okay. You love, aw. Thank you. I love y'all too. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. And yes, Tech Boy, yes, you're the youngest. We know. You the baby of the group. You're like, yeah, you the baby.
modeling. You guys are actually performing sex acts on your channel.
Correct. I'm Courtney's biggest fan. I think what she does is absolutely amazing.
They've got a series called In Bed with the Tilly, and they've been together for a long time.
And we've been married for almost 10 years.
So it seems like it's working out. And the husband works in the teaching industry also with special needs kids.
Now, you have a master's degree, and
Yes.
you're 3/4 of the way to a PhD.
Just think about that. These people used to be teachers. Now, I get you have like a life outside of school, but like, can you just imagine? Like, you watching Dr. Phil one day and you're like, hey, Jacob, that's your teacher. And then you really focusing on what they're saying and you're like, oh, go back in your room. Go back in your room. Close the door. This is weird.
Yes.
And you have a master's degree.
Correct.
And both of you were special education teachers?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you love that?
Loved it.
Okay.
But also, there's a lot that comes with it.
Yeah, sure.
We love the work. We love working with the kids. We love our colleagues.
So if they love their job so much, why turn to such a taboo type career? What could money? Duh.
But not being paid, having to work extra jobs, having to supplement our income just to survive. There's a lot of teachers living just above the poverty line. That's not fun.
Teachers don't get paid.
So OnlyFans? There's like, I'm sorry, there is no other step to take from teaching to OnlyFans because of money. I feel like there was other options of making more money that could have been taken before just straight up like, ooh, OnlyFans. That's there forever. Your digital footprint gonna be there for life. Like, can you imagine your old school kids, their families, if they ever have kids, that's always gonna be there. Yeah, that's, oh.
It's shit. We got Megan Trainor out here saying F teachers.
Oh, but we're homeschooling our kids. Same. I think everyone should.
that.
Like,
We all-
have.
everyone is teachers,
You know,
dude.
but then
And some people in the
there's
comment
cussing.
section are mad at her for leaving the industry.
All right.
Depression, anxiety is very common in the teaching industry.
About my 6th year of teaching, I realized I wanted to change careers. I found myself really depressed and really kind of withdrawn.
Teachers make $40,000 to $90,000 a year. That's nothing. I like this that showed K-12 teachers are quitting. What would make them stay? Money. Duh.
I went from working as a school teacher, making $40,000 annually, to making $50,000 to $100,000 a month.
So she's a millionaire. She says she works about 2 hours, if that, a day, dresses up in her tiny little bikinis, takes pictures, talks to her fans, vocalizes stuff, and then spends the rest of the day with her family, kids, dogs, working out, doing whatever she wants.
It's amazing.
We've been quoted as the new version of the American dream.
We have the family, we have the kids, we have the dogs, we have time freedom. It's amazing. Who wouldn't want this?
Well, her parents must be so proud of her showing her goods to every man in the world.
Well, some women look at that, okay?
What if her mother comes across this type of content?
I wouldn't even know how to go to the OnlyFans.
Well, that solves that, doesn't it? She called it the OnlyFans, so I don't think she's ever gonna see her daughters.
I wouldn't even know
all
how
on
to
the
go to the
internet. And if she does, she knows
It's
what-
like, okay, you don't know how to get there, but the fact that you know about it, you're doing this interview, you know that your daughter does porn for a living. I wouldn't care if I knew how to get there or not. I'd be so disappointed. I would literally just be like, where did I go wrong? Where you thought this was a viable option for anything. There was a point in my life where I was like, if it gets down to it, if I have no other means of making money, I would sell drugs before I stripped, porn, prostitution, all of that. And I was like, even with that said, I would figure out all the drugs first before those were ever options. Like, and I'm telling you, that's like if I was down bad, like I couldn't make money off of anything else. In my mind, it was just like, well, that's the path. That's the path, but we never doing this. We're never going that route. It even got to the point where I was like, how can I be a functioning homeless person? I even ranked that above porn and prostitution and stuff. So I just don't get it. I just don't get out of all the options in the world. I chose drug dealing and death over in homelessness over that. Like, I was like, yo, it never gets to it. These the options. We're never stripping. We never get naked. We never doing none of that. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. You said too funny. Nikki, I swear, I figured out, it was crazy too. I figured out how to be a functioning homeless person. I was like, all I need to figure out is how to consistently get the 10 a month for Planet Fitness and like another 10 or 20 if it was for something else. And I was like, I could live. Nobody will know. I just need a safe place to like sleep because I'm a girl. I thought about all of that. I thought about turning storage units into housing units if it got that bad. I'm telling you, porn was never the option. Porn was never it. He said, Amala Ekpanobi seems hostile to Christianity. I notice she gets upset when it's mentioned. I pray for her every day. She has a form of godliness but denies the power thereof. She's young. I think she'll get there one day, though. Because her and Brett, I think, both don't believe in Christianity. But due to them being so young, I don't know, maybe the more they're around, like the PragerU and Daily Wire crew, maybe like it hit them one day. But yeah, just pray for them. Pray for them, because one day it's probably gonna happen where it just hits them and they're like, oh, you know what? Let me be Christian now. But yeah, just keep praying for it. It'll happen one day. Hopefully. Hopefully. Amela and Prager? Yeah, because didn't she start on like PragerU, or she's still over there or something? All of them, Daily Wire. She needs, like, her and Brett. I mentioned her and Brett. But the more they hang around the people in those groups, because they're all pretty much Christian, most of the people in those areas. Well, Dennis Prager, he's Jewish, but still, like, religion needs to hit them in the face, like, at some point, you know? Yeah, they back her financially. She may talk to Prager and think Fran is okay. Yikes. Yikes.
What it looks like. She wiped it and changed it when she was a baby. But many people are very worried for the children. What do the children think of all of this?
Is your mom different than other moms?
Yes.
Oh no, look at the little babies. They got the leftist, like, starter kit for the looks. They got the little hair swoops, the ears pierced. They said it's okay that do they even understand what their mom and dad is doing? Let's start there.
Well, they know she's different, and they also know she does stuff.
You have 4 kids.
Yes.
And
4?
Their ages are 21, 19, 10, and 9.
Yes.
They all know what you're doing?
We have age-appropriate
Tiffany.
conversations, so the older
Yikes.
ones know. And then the younger ones we have age-appropriate conversations with.
So something I noticed.
She said the older ones know. They're definitely getting teased at school. As soon as anybody in their class, the older ones, find their mom and dad's content, it's a wrap. Kids are ruthless at the lunch table and on the playground. It's over for them. They're getting teased mercilessly.
But it's just because I'm on the internet. I talk to a lot of people. I've talked to some of you guys who have had adult star parents, and there's 2 types of adult star parents. The ones that hide everything from their children. Their children think that they're super reserved and super religious, and they become really strict with the kids, things like that. And then there's the other one that tells them the truth of what they do. And like the person said, they have, child-friendly type talks about their job, and then when they get older, they kind of just know what's going on. And it seems the ones that were super embarrassed seem to be the ones that were blindsided and the parents hid it from them. And keep in mind, these people are millionaires. They most likely aren't putting their kids in like any public school or public school at all. They're probably taking their little whippersnappers to the finest of education buildings. They're going to have them going to the school with other wealthy parents, most likely other students that have parents that do adult star type things. Okay,
I'm sorry. I don't care what school they put them kids in. Private school kids are just like public school kids. You say one wrong thing to them, you're getting roasted. That's just it's kids. You talking about maybe the school has more, it don't matter. It don't matter. Kids, man, especially, what was it? Gossip Girl and the reboot of 90210 and all that. Them kids were ruthless. And it's crazy because them was TV shows and they act like just like that in real life. They was acting like that at my school.
They can have their own little group together. Or they're homeschooled like Trisha Paytas and Meghan Trainor's kids.
Teachers, that was my trauma. Teachers, Fuck teachers,
But what I'm saying is that they have options to get their kids out of situations from evil kids that will most likely make fun of them for what their parents do.
Courtney and I have 4 children together.
Our boys are 9 and 10. They've known that I've modeled since they were very little.
We have the capacity now to provide anything that we want financially for our kids.
So I was wondering, how does this conversation even come up when
All right, Jasmine, you have a good night. Thank you for stopping through. And I'll hit you up tomorrow. This video is kind of wild. A probate school kid created out anti-crush doctrine died to the Nicola episode of 2019 to 2020. Age appropriateness is now subjective, but it's not. Kids have developed the same since the dawn of humanity. Yeah. Oh, man. He said, is this lady a Christian, the black lady? It doesn't seem like it based on some stuff she said earlier. It doesn't seem like it. What's up, John? Welcome to the stream. came at a weird time.
When it comes to a couple,
Came
like,
at
how
a
do you
weird
go from
time.
teaching to, hey honey, I'm going to show my to everybody, it's a party on the internet.
And Nick and I had a conversation. He was like, if money wasn't an obstacle, what would you want to do with your time? All I really knew at that moment was that I wanted to go to the gym.
So she got her body right, and once she got that body, she was like, holy crap, people need to see this, and I need to make money off of this. And then she did.
And so he was like, great, quit your job and start going to the gym.
You got to quit your job to work out. I am jealous of that. I'm almost tipping into those people who are like, oh, she's privileged. That's why she got fit, and that's why I can't.
All right, Nikki. You try to have a good night too, and even though we did it on stream, I'm still gonna pray for you and your family tonight. But you have a good one, Nikki.
Get fit, but most people have jobs. Most of the people that you see losing weight do have to keep working at their job. But this is crazy. She literally trained for OnlyFans. That's dedication. Because some women get on there sloppy, don't care, and people will still pay for it. And I'm talking some of those fat acceptance people that we've talked about who have OnlyFans. It's a niche. People will pay for it. I'm just saying, I like when people are put together, and I like that she was so dedicated and lost weight to show us all her vagina. So this all started with losing weight, taking progress pictures, and she started really just loving her body, gaining confidence, and wanted to just spread it out to the world.
Everything just began as taking photos of her for progress because she was doing fitness competitions. And she just looked so hot. I was like, this needs to be shared with the world. And the more she took photos and shared, the more of her that came out.
We just had such a great time with it.
And many people all
saying I'm confused. She said she used a bikini. It's not prawn, so why are people paying $50K? Because she's also having sex on there, but it's with her husband. So they have a series where they just do each other on top of her having very risque to like full-blown nudity type photos.
All over are just quitting their stressful
it's
jobs
definitely
and
weird.
sprinting to OnlyFans, using their looks to their advantage, only to find out that they quadrupled their income with less stress and more time to live. This lawyer just quit her job, a very prestigious and respected, line of work, right? She don't care about the respect. She'll lose the respect, gain the money, time, less stress. OnlyFans performer says she now makes more money and is happier. Jasmine Jafar quit her job as an attorney to become an OnlyFans performer. She made her annual salary of $75,000 in 1 month on the platform. Does it sound enticing, darling? Is it calling your name? Ooh, Greta in the back. I see you. She's starting to take off her shirt. I see a little shoulder.
This is crazy. Look, I understand we need money to live. You don't want to get your money this way. I promise you. I promise you. There's nothing wrong with being rich. Okay? God even tells us that. Abraham, okay, well, his name was Abram at first, but like, he was rich. God didn't have an issue with that. God does not have an issue with you being rich and having money. It's how you get that money and how you go about getting that money. Don't do this. Don't be like, oh, this gives me more time. And you are selling your soul going this route. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go. Okay. Let's look at the video, because everybody was talking about the Church of Beyonce. Now, I heard about this years ago, but for everybody to talk about this now, there better be a new video on this. Because so far, everything that's coming up is from like 5 years ago. So if this is that, then there's no need for me to even bring this up. This is like extremely old. Yeah, all of this is still old. It's what everybody was talking about. This made waves. This is old. All right. Okay. Well, I guess this one's from 2 years ago. And it's basically a 6-minute clip. We could watch this for a second, I guess.
For those...
Because everybody made such a big deal out of this, but I'm like, this is so old. Like, I remember seeing this when I was not Christian, and I thought this was crazy and insane. I thought this was blasphemous. Mind you, I was an atheist at the time, and I thought this was blasphemous. That says a lot. That says a lot. The majority do not make much money with OF. The average is $125 a month. That's facts. Because there was an article that came out about that. So, yeah, just because the lawyer and the Christian chick, just because they're making bank, most women do not. Most women make that $125 a month. But even so, like, think about it. You just sold your soul for $125 a month. It's still crazy. That's still pretty crazy. Candace did a clip, but yeah, Candace clip is still from this because everybody made a big deal out of this recently. But this is old. Oh, I saw this Beyonce worship garbage. Yeah, it is trash. I'm telling you right now.
In the bondage of racism, we need
We're gonna take that back. For those that have never seen this. Look how blasphemous this is. This is wild. Jorge would lose his mind right now if he was in here and saw this. I should have played this. I should have played this when he was here. I didn't think about it. $125 a month is a good passive income. And boy, this is how I know you young, because it definitely is not. So that's not a lot of money in the slightest. This is not a good passive income, especially you getting butt naked or half naked for strangers. It's not a good passive income.
I'm at Grace Cathedral in San Francisco, California. Hundreds of folks are going to come here to witness the Beyonce Mass, bringing together secular music and a religious message to tell a story of empowerment for particularly women of color, but for anyone who happens to sing praises to the goddess herself, Beyonce.
This is blasphemous. You said you would take $125 a month? It's decent? You can't survive on $125 a month. I'm telling you right now. You would blow that at the grocery store for 1 to 2 weeks worth of food, depending where you shop and how many people are in your household that you are buying for. I'm telling you right now. Now I can get 2 weeks, maybe 3 if I do like a very good budget. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's about to be gone. And I'm telling you, I shop at Aldi's and save a lot. I get certain things from each one to make it work. And I don't have to do that. Like, the average person not doing what I'm doing. The average person, they're busy all week. They go into one store. I know people that spend more than that in 1 week. Yeah, he is 16. That's true. That's true. I said passive income. That's not even good passive income, bro. That's horrible passive income. Like, if that's all you're getting monthly off your passive income, you might want to, like, check what you're doing, whatever that is that's coming in. Yeah, you're saying that because you're, like, 16 with a business. If you actually had to pay bills and survive, you'd be like, this is nothing.
Here we go.
Yeah, people spend that on gas. This ain't nothing but a concert.
I'm out of breath because we sang Beyonce in church. Holy cow.
This is not a real church.
You have a community that is youthful and loving and looks to the world as a partner, not an enemy. So if that's new to you, I hope it's good news. God actually loves you.
What can you tell me about the progressive nature of Grace Cathedral?
I think a lot of the people who show up tonight.
It's crazy. They said, what can you say about the progressive nature of this church? At least she called it correctly. She called it a progressive church because we all know that's not a real one.
Are people of color, LGBT people.
Yeah, but we talked about that earlier.
Other people's narratives have been projected And I mean, just to be honest, the church hasn't been the best about lifting up those voices. It really began as us saying, how can we actually be the people of God that we hope to be in the world?
And Beyonce is the perfect passage to get that message out there.
Honestly, I think Beyonce...
You're leading so many people to the lake of fire, my man. You're just leading them in. Y'all see this right here? Aurelia and John hit the nail on the head, both of them. Both of them. And it's funny because we talked about this earlier in my first stream before YouTube kind of ended it when we were watching all the Don clips, but...
is a better theologian than many of the pastors and priests in our church today. That is not an exaggeration.
According to a recent Gallup poll, Catholic church attendance has gone down nearly 40% since the 1950s. But
it's not just Catholic, it's not just Catholic church attendance. It's church attendance, period, is going down. Most people are going away from the religion, period, as a whole. It's sad. We need to figure out a way to get more people into the church. And it doesn't help that we have crap like this and all these other progressive churches that ruin it. Because these aren't real churches. Like I said, this is Satan. These are the wolves in sheep's clothing. They're all these people that don't know no better. That's kind of like, oh, I get to be Christian and I get to listen to this during service. Awesome. They don't know any better, and they're all just being led down to hell with all these false preachers. That's all this is.
Tonight's Beyonce Mass is set to draw crowds in the hundreds. And though I don't consider Beyonce to be a religious symbol, like some of her most ardent fans, there's no denying her strong use of religious symbolism throughout her music and performances. Paying homage to every...
She literally says she plugs her menusis with the pages of the Bible when she's bleeding. Now, I understand she was just reading a poem that they claim she didn't write. They said some Indian poet wrote it or whatever. But they were literally talking about stuffing the pages of the Bible in her vagina when she's on her period. And you're going to sit here and talk about there's a religious element to her music. Yeah, people praising her. They made her the god. They made her and then look at this headdress. This is what the, what's the statue? What's the statue? It's a demon statue above the court in New York City. We talked about it before on my channel. This same type of headdress and stuff. The demons was wearing all this. It's in the statue above the courthouse in New York. I don't know the name of it. No, we about to look that up. That's the same headdress. It's from that or the other statue. You said Asherim? Asherah? This little thing right here. Bruh. Tell me this don't look like Beyonce. Tell me this don't look like Beyonce. Tell me this don't look like her. Look at this. Look at this. And look at this. That's Beyonce. That's wild. I was talking about the statue. I ain't even know it was gonna look like this. That's crazy. That's crazy. They're the same person. That's crazy. You can't tell me this church not evil. I mean, we already knew. We already knew. You can't tell me.
Everything from female African deities, the Last Supper, Black Madonna, and the Virgin Mary herself.
Yeah, the Baal worship.
I spoke with Reverend Yolanda Norton, Beyonce fan and organizer of the event, to find out where the idea came from to mix Beyonce with the Bible.
No, you was spot on.
The event was born out of a class that I teach called Beyonce in the Hebrew Bible. So I walked them through this process of thinking about how the music of Beyonce helped us have conversations about Black women and how we worship and our spirituality.
So talk me through how you analyze a song like Flaws and All for your students.
She has this ambiguous audience, right, in the song. Maybe it's Jay-Z, maybe it's her fans. But I love it when she says, you know, I'm a train wreck.
I'm a train wreck in the morning. I'm a bitch in the afternoon.
Right?
I'm a bitch in the afternoon.
Every now and then, without warning, I can be really mean to you.
Right.
I can be really mean toward you.
So what we do in the worship service is we make that about a conversation that we would have with God. So if you imagine that as a prayer to God,
How? First off, you're swearing in church. Let's start there, right? Let's just start there, okay? Secondly, how is any of that a prayer to God? I'm a train wreck. What do they say? I'm a train wreck in the morning. I'm a bee in the afternoon. And then a lot of times I could just randomly be mean to you. Haha. How? What? Start changing the Bible in one place, you'll change it everywhere. That's facts. Because no, they shouldn't be doing this to begin with.
Why you love me.
And that's why I love you, right? I neglect you when I'm working. Yep, we all do that, right? So it's really about naming Black female spirituality is embodied in that song.
Right? She was not thinking about God when she wrote that. And then the first words out this woman's mouth wasn't, oh, this is why it's about God. Oh, this is about Black women and how we do our spirituality. First off, talk for yourselves. That's not how I do mine at all. Period. And then went into saying it again. This is about Black women and their spirituality. This has nothing to do with God. Stop adding God to this. This is all blasphemous. This is just super blasphemous.
Lord be with you.
Also with you.
Lift up your hearts.
Lift them up to the Lord.
We live in a world where a mostly male church debates whether or not women should be ordained.
What?
But Jesus chose Mary of Nazareth, a woman of color, and another woman of color, Mary of Magdala, to be the prophet of the resurrection. So what is very clear to me is that God is a lot more comfortable entrusting his power and authority to women of color than the church is.
What's very clear to me is that you've never read a Bible in your life, ever, period. Women can't be pastors. It says it in the Bible. Funnily enough, that's what our past Sunday service was when I went to church. They reiterated it. They said the same thing the Bible says. They didn't switch it up, change it for feelings. They said exactly what the Bible says.
I've been asked time and time again why.
And they haven't her lead all of this. She's the leading pastor. That shouldn't be a thing.
Beyonce,
it's called Beyonce Mass. That shouldn't be a thing.
Us that sometimes you have to do.
I'll be real with you, Tech Boy. You told us the type of church you go to, so I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked in the slightest. My friend goes to a church where she invited me to go with her and her family. One of the pastors, the leading pastor that spoke that day, was a female, and it threw me off completely. It was a lovely church. Everybody was nice, but I was like, I don't think I could come back here. Because I did tell them, I was like, oh, I'm going to try to come to church with y'all once a month and blah, blah. The Holy Spirit, every time I thought about it, was like, no, you not. No, you not. Shut that down. You're not going to church with them. You go to 3 churches. I know you told us, but you said one of them was more liberal. Because you did say they had the signs up about, not Black Lives Matter. It was something like that. Like some sort of BLM protest type things. Yeah, this. Because every time I thought about it, I was like, dang, I told my friend I'd go to church with them like once a month. I ain't been there. The Holy Spirit was like, yeah, so that's not happening. You not going. And after a while, like, she stopped asking me. So I was cool. And I didn't feel bad about not going, though.
Do your thing your way. You don't do it on demand. You don't do it for your oppressor. You don't sing when they want you to sing. You sing when God tells you to sing. Never give them your song. Beyonce didn't.
And now let's turn to the good book of Beyonce Mass and read the book of Beyonce, verses 5 to 10. I'm just waiting for them to say something goofy.
Become Beyonce on her own. I'm not standing in front of you because of anything that I've done. I'm here because of the Mary Nortons of the world.
Look at how many women are in the audience. This one's filming it. Look how many women are in the audience. All being led to the lake of fire.
The Daisy Washingtons of the world.
Yeah.
These are women whose names you'll never know, but black women who fought to their core to make sure that there was a better tomorrow for those who could stand in front of you and say, as a black woman, I am created in the image of God, and I am here to change the game and make the world a better place.
I'm so confused. She just did a whole thing speaking to only black women. Yet there's so many white women in this congregation. Is that they white guilt where they're just like, yup. They don't feel underrepresented right now? Not even the slightest? Because all of this is a joke anyways, but like still.
I am unapologetically a minister of the gospel. I am unapologetically a biblical scholar.
Look at they're doing communion. They have the nerve to do communion there. It wasn't even with the wafers either. They was all just pulling off a piece of bread. Look, it's hell, then the great white throne judgment, then the lake of fire. 100 trillion years will pass and you'd have spent your first second in eternity. I can't even imagine. I remember one of my streams, we went over Revelations. We were doing Bible studies with Bible Project. And they were saying how like all the selfish people would be down there and whatnot, and how long it was going to last. You got to spend eternity with these type of people. All of it sounds horrible. Imagine everything you're going to go through. 100 trillion years. Read this statement. 100 trillion years will pass and you'd have spent your first second in eternity. 100 trillion. I can't even imagine being tortured for like, think about the average person. Most average people can't handle jail. Jail is going to be like a cool beach vacation compared to this. We gotta pray for these people. We gotta pray that they get out of all of this. Somebody's eyes have to get open. Because first off, it ain't about to be hers. It ain't about to be hers. They done started this. The other dude that speaks, they're the demons that set this up.
Unapologetically a Beyonce fan, and I don't feel like I need to apologize for any of those things.
They literally, she talking about, I'm a Beyonce fan. I'm unapologetic. You just made Beyonce your God. Somebody in here's eyes is going to open. Because it ain't like I was Christian my whole life either. And it took stuff happening for my eyes to be open. Something has to happen to save at least a few of these people. Because realistically, all of them not about to be saved. I would love it if all of them were saved, but it's not realistic. Something got to happen where a few of them get saved.
I think that Yolanda's sermon of knowing when to hold on to the hands that are next to you and stand tall and to not give up, those are messages that are not exclusive to just a woman of color experience. Those messages are necessary for everyone. And to
Why do you
use
keep
Beyonce
making this
and her
about
music
women
as a
of
platform
color?
to bring people into the church to hear the message was truly, truly powerful.
Just go to a church. Just go to an actual church and you'll get a better experience and a better message. Y'all just want to party. And this is angering me the same way it angered me when this came out like 5 years ago. When I wasn't Christian. Because I thought this was blasphemous then. You're just having a big concert worshiping Beyonce the whole time. It's just a joke. It's just a big joke. That's all that is. You said God is still saving people? Yup. And even then, even in Revelations, remember the part where they said it starts going through the stuff, so like you get the boils on your bodies and all that. The people that's still here that don't believe. And they be telling them, they be like, do you believe in God now? And you still have people that's gonna reject him and be like, nope, I don't believe. And it's like, bruh, All this is happening. And you still not gonna believe? You still gonna have people that deny him. Even up until the very end. Even with all the craziness happening, you still gonna have people that deny him. And it's insane. It is insane. It's horrible. All right, y'all. Dang, it's about to be 11. Thank y'all for being here, especially considering YouTube cut my first stream. This is the second day in a row they did that. This is the second day in a row he did that. YouTube has done that, so we'll see what happens tomorrow on the video game stream. I guess we'll see what happens. But I'll be here tomorrow for Christian Game Room. I'm gonna play Fortnite just because the Dragon Ball Z skins are on there, and I just want Tech Boy to see them. That's all. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow in between matches, because for all everybody new that's here, I do like talk about certain topics in between matches as well. So it's not just me playing the whole time. We gonna see. Yep, he deceives the world, speaking of Satan. Yep. John put up the Exodus passage. Yep. Y'all be on it. I love it. It was fun. See you for the next one, Sister in Christ. Hey, thank you for stopping through. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's funny because y'all came from Gothic's chat too. That's the funny part. It's funny. After a while, you start noticing the same people in the Christian community on chats. But I do appreciate y'all coming through. I really do. All right, y'all have a wonderful evening or day, depending where y'all at in the world. Y'all have a blessed one. And if you are available, I'll see you guys tomorrow at same time for Christian Game Room. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I love y'all, man. I love y'all.